Hello, I Kenov is in this kitchen, guys. Welcome to my channel. Guys, today I am doing something quite unique. And that is actually, how will I put this? I'm not going to call it grilling catfish or grilling plantain, no. I would rather call it just cooking plantain and catfish and carrots with oval, because the idea for me why doing this is not to get the catfish dry or to cook the plantain dry. No, I want the juice to remain inside when I'm done cooking. So as you can see what I'm doing, I'm just getting ready. I am washing the catfish right now, and of course, knowing fully well that catfish can be slimy, I used lime to wash it to reduce or remove the sliminess. So what next I'm doing right now, which is very important, is blending my red bell pepper, orange habanero pepper, and of course Thai pepper. What I'm doing here now, the only reason I brought in red bell pepper is not just to add that flavor that comes from it, but to add some juice to the grilling. And now, because I want to add some little of herbs into this, I'm putting in some homemade spice, guys. I made this spice here myself, including of course the most popular yaji spice we have in Nigeria, but of course I'm in Canada and I've got it to add to this my cooking. Right now you can see how I'm cutting my catfish after washing it. You can see how I'm keeping and how I'm shaping it. That is because eventually when I'm done cutting on both sides, I'm gonna be stuffing the pepper and the spice mixed up together inside the catfish. That means as it's cooking, it's absorbing the flavors that comes from that juice I made. I mean the combination of all spices in that plate. It's not grilling, it's not cooking to dry up. No, it's gonna get more soft, it's gonna get very soft, but more importantly, retain and even produce more juice by the time I'm done. That is the idea, and you guys will see it when I'm done, so you can understand I'm not really cooking or grilling this to get dry. No, I'm using foil pepper to do this because I want it to cook with steam, and by the time it's done, I will still have the juice inside. It's not gonna get dry. If I want it dry, I will not cover it at all before putting it in my oven, of course. Now this is my half ripe plantain. The same thing also will happen to this plantain. I am not grilling the plantain to get dry. No, not at all. I am still gonna apply a lot of my marinating recipe to the plantain here and still cover it with my foil paper. Again, the idea is for the plantain to cook and absorb the flavor that will come from my marinating recipe. You see that green stuff on it? That is just me adding some fresh thyme to it. It's all about combination of spices to give the plantain the best of taste. The same thing also applies to the carrot. Guys, we all know we all used to eating carrot just like that. But do you really know you can cook carrots and still eat it and it will become one of the best, sweetest, delicious meal you want to have? Exactly what I have here in this case. Now I am done with covering the plantain with spices. I'm also done covering the carrot, and at the same time also I've got my catfish somewhere waiting for me that I'm done. Here is a catfish, and by the time this hits the oval, it took about almost like more than 1 hour actually. The most important thing is to wash out. I used 355 Fahrenheit, about 185 or thereabouts centigrade to bake. It is not something, guys, it is not something you do with high heat. It takes a gradual process to get this to that best flavor, that taste we're looking for. And as you guys can see, my plantain is well cooked already. The same also applies to my fish, which you guys can see is well cooked. Look at how the steam is coming out. But more importantly, you're gonna see the juice that is there. That was deliberate. If I don't want the juice in this, of course, in mine, If I don't want the juice, of course, in my fish, what I would have done is, of course, is to have an open grill. That way is gonna, all the juice or whatever is gonna evaporate, and I will have, at least on the surface, a dry catfish. But in this case, no, that is not the case. I want it yummy, I want it creamy, I want it juicy, and that is exactly what I achieved by how I did it, and that is okay, because eventually I want to more or less, be possibly using my spoon to scoop the juice, because it's going to get very tasty because of a lot of spices, a lot of herbs in it. And that is me putting, of course, having my well-cooked plantain and, of course, well-cooked carrot in there, getting ready to eat, of course. Now I'm serving myself. I'm going to cut some good chunk of that catfish to eat. Guys, I'll be honest with you, this catfish is so yummy and creamy and delicious, guy. I took the most yummy part of it, I will tell you guys, the middle. And that's because I want to enjoy it. Can you guys see what I'm talking about? Now you see the juice I wanted there? Yeah, that was very important for me. It wasn't meant to be dry. So some people might be asking, why is your catfish not dry? No, that is not the idea. If I want it dry, I will get it very dry. The idea is to cook it really with herbs, with pepper, like the red bell pepper, the Thai pepper, both the plantain and the carrot, and of course the fish. That is the idea for me, and that was exactly what I achieved. Because at the end, this came out really, really, really tasty, really, really delicious, I will tell you. Imagine having a very delicious meal like this, well-cooked catfish, well-cooked half-ripe plantain, and well-cooked carrot. We are talking about eating good food that will keep us in top shape. When you're talking about that, this is one of the best things you can do. Plantain, we all know, is very rich in nutrients. The same thing also applies to carrot and, of course, fish. So there's practically little or nothing that can beat this well-balanced, cooked, delicious meal I just made, guys. It is just made for us to try it out. Try it yourself. You can always go to market and get catfish, get your carrot, and get, of course, your plantain. Don't try to cook this or grill this with open air, or in other words, use your foil paper to cover as you're cooking, and trust me, you will love it by the time you're done with the right recipe. I love you guys. Keep coming back to my channel. Take care. Bye.